Welcome to Mariners Fan Central.
Attention, Mariners faithful. The most talked about decision of the week for our franchise is here, and we need to talk about it. A player beloved by fans has been released, and now the team faces a dilemma. What's the strategy behind this? What's the impact on our lineup? I'll tell you everything with details only an insider would have. If you don't want to be left out of this conversation, subscribe now and become part of our community. Ladies and gentlemen, M's fans, we're here once again for our daily bulletin. Straight to all of you who follow the team we love so closely. Before we dive into the depths of the news, I want to make a request to everyone here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please click the subscribe button. It's the best way to ensure you receive the fastest updates and the most in-depth analysis on every move made by our Mariners. We're not just a channel. We're a community, and your subscription is what allows us to continue bringing you quality content with the seriousness and professionalism you deserve. With every like, every comment, every new subscription, we strengthen this Mariners family of ours. So let's do this together. I know your passion for this team is something unique, and that's why I'm dedicated to bringing you exclusive and detailed information that you won't find anywhere else. My commitment is to the truth and to a careful analysis, because for us, every decision, every move has a direct impact on the heart of the Mariners faithful. And today's news is one that tugs at our emotions, but under a professional analysis, it makes perfect sense. The designation of Dylan Moore for unconditional release. The news which came over the weekend caught many by surprise, but for those who closely follow the dynamics of our roster, the move was predictable. On Saturday, the Mariners designated veteran Dylan Moore for assignment to make room for the reinstated outfielder Victor Robles, who returns from the injured list. This decision was not made lightly. Dylan Moore is a familiar name to fans, an athlete who always gave his soul on the field, a warrior who sacrificed himself for the team. But managing an elite roster is merciless, and the coldness of statistics and the strategic necessity of the moment take precedence over sentimentality. The analysis is simple and direct. The move is not about a failure on Moore's part, but rather a need for the roster. Victor Robles, with his speed and defensive capability, brings a different dynamic to the outfield, a piece the team needed to strengthen its depth. The release of Moore, in turn, was the price to be paid. And what happens now with D-Mo, as he's affectionately known to us? He was placed on an unconditional release agreement and was released, which means he is now a free agent. He can sign with any team, and any new team will only have to pay the prorated veteran minimum, with the balance of his contract, about $4 million, still being the responsibility of the Mariners. It's a complex financial play that shows our front office's commitment to managing the budget with precision, freeing up a valuable roster spot without overburdening a new team's payroll. The big question now is, who would be interested in a 33-year-old veteran who has had a challenging offensive season? The answer is complex and requires a multifaceted analysis. Despite his low batting average this season, with a .193 clip, Moore's skills cannot be ignored. He stole 32 bases last season and has already accumulated 12 this season. His speed is an asset, and in a postseason scenario, speed can be a decisive factor. Furthermore, Moore's defensive versatility is an invaluable asset. He has the ability to play all four infield positions, in addition to having experience in right and left field. For a team looking for a chess piece for the end of the season, a player who can fill multiple defensive gaps and offer a base running threat, Dylan Moore is the perfect solution. Of course, a contending team would need to be able to absorb the lack of offensive production, but in an elimination game, where every run and every defensive play counts, Moore's utility becomes exponential. It's a calculated risk, and I believe some playoff contending teams will be keeping an eye on him. And what about a non-contending team? Logic suggests that unless there's a serious injury to their roster, a non-contending team would not be interested. A 33-year-old player with a contract that ends at the end of the year and with modest offensive numbers is not the kind of asset that a rebuilding team is looking for. The focus of these teams is the development of their own prospects. And although it is painful for us, the fans, to admit, it is a realistic possibility that this could be Moore's last chance in the MLB. I don't like to speculate about the end of anyone's career, but the reality of baseball is cruel. The release of Mitch Haniger by our own team, that of Anthony Rizzo and JD Martinez, who also failed to get new contracts, serve as a grim reminder of how unforgiving the sport can be. But hope is the last to die. Let's hope that Demo finds a new home, a new opportunity to shine, and that he can continue to show the grit and passion he has always shown in our uniform. His story with the Mariners may have come to an end, but his story in baseball, we hope, is just beginning a new chapter. Meanwhile, the team is preparing for the next battle against the San Diego Padres. The show must go on, and we continue here together for every pitch. And to wrap things up, M's fans, this move makes us think about the team's direction. With a versatile veteran like Moore being released and Robles coming in, the front office is clearly focused on optimizing the roster for what matters right now, the final stretch of the season and the push for a playoff spot. My take is that this player swap was a clear sign the team is committed to winning now. They're prioritizing depth and versatility, and unfortunately Moore became a luxury the team could no longer afford. The decision was purely strategic, aimed at getting the maximum efficiency on the field. Now I want to hear from you, our fans. What do you think about this move? Do you believe releasing Dylan Moore was the right call for the team at this crucial time, or should the passion for such a dedicated player have won out? Leave your opinions in the comments below. Let's have a serious and respectful debate as we always do. Don't forget to like the video if you appreciated the analysis and subscribe to the channel for more exclusive content on the Seattle Mariners. Our coverage is continuous, serious, and most importantly, passionate. Together we are stronger.